We tend to think we generally understand how the things we eat every day can affect us. What are some of the most significant things we don't realize about the typical American diet?
You know, that's a great question, because I think that a lot of people accept the fact that commercial baked goods and junk food and processed foods and fast foods make you overweight, make you diabetic prone, increased risk of heart attack. They admit that. They don't see these foods as being a primary driver of cancer, and they don't see these foods as being a primary driver of mental illness. The studies show that even 2 servings of commercial baked goods a week increase your risk of developing depression by 51%. And the rest, and then in a dose-dependent manner. We're talking about that low-nutrient foods that are high glycemic, like you're mentioning, these bagels and croissants and donuts and cookies, rush into the bloodstream, raising the glucose in the bloodstream, creating an insulin response. And insulin is a fat storage hormone. It's pro-angiogenic, which means it promotes the growth of new blood vessels to grow, to feed the fat to grow. And it fuels cellular replication, means it fuels abnormal cells to grow, to promote cancer. At the same time, it signals dopamine in the brain and makes you addicted to these foods. So these processed foods, which have now become about 60% of what Americans eat, are now processed foods or fast foods, are exceedingly dangerous. And then we eat fried foods.
Just to top it off.
Just to top it off. And you know, when you cook, and when you eat fried foods at a fast food restaurant, they're using dangerous oils that are reheated over and over again. And when you reheat oil and cook a new batch of food in the same oil, you're creating rancid compounds that are carcinogenic and teratogenic and mutagenic that can create birth defects. And another thing people don't realize is when you don't take good care of your health, it damages your cells in your body, so it can affect the health of your children that are not born yet. So what you eat in your teenage years or your 20s, or if you're a male or a female, it damages the cells that form to make the baby. And now you have a baby with birth defects or autism or decreased intelligence or propensity for autoimmune disease, all because you ate those poor foods, those unhealthy foods when you were younger. Do you know that the studies show that even 1 serving of French fries a week, just 1 serving a week of French fries, increases the later life risk of breast cancer by 26%. That's just 1 serving a week, by the way. And of course, the same thing we see with men and prostate cancer in fried foods. So whether it's the sweets, whether it's the fried foods, I think if people knew how dangerous these foods were and how delicious alternatives could be made and how we have this opportunity to extend human lifespan and protect our health and protect our children and protect our intelligence and our brain and our mental outlook on life, that many more people would embrace healthy eating.